Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we're going to be doing my response to the Q&A questions that you guys asked me about a week ago. I tried getting it set up so I could have the question down below on the screen. However, I was unsuccessful in that attempt, and I'm at my girlfriend's house right now, if you guys are wondering. I've been very busy the last 2 weeks, so I haven't really had a chance to sit down and actually make videos until this past week. Been running around trying to move into my new house, trying to find a good job. Just been very busy and haven't been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of the videos I did make were pre-recorded actually. But excuse me. I'm going to sit down today guys, make a couple of videos for you and go over the Q&A video. So without further ado, let's get started. We got 20 minutes on the clock I want to try to get done with. But yes, let's get started. So first off we have Dungeon Dice Master, 1995. And he asks me, Seto, what is your favorite anime of all time? Ooh, that's a good question. Well, I do love Yu-Gi-Oh! I do love Pokemon. I do love Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, even a little bit. Even the new stuff that's Dragon Ball Super and all the movies. I always love all that stuff. That would be stuff that will always stick with me. Cowboy Bebop I used to watch. Anything from what's that one animation studio? Studio Ghibli. Anything from them I've always loved really. But if I had to say what my favorite anime is of all time, I would say, besides like the ones that everybody else likes, Attack on Titan, I did like watching it. I hope they come up with another one. That was awesome. Tenchi Muya. Anything to do with Tenchi Muya, I've always loved Tenchi Muya. I know they're coming out with a new season, another one in Japan, which is supposed to be based off the original show, which is awesome. So I always loved Tenchi Muya growing up, watching it on Toonami. Anything that was on Toonami, guys, I love, like Gundam, Cowboy Bebop, all that stuff that was on Toonami back in the early 2000s, late 90s. I love it. Just Sailor Moon, whatever. But if I had to guess, as I've grown older and I've appreciated a lot of anime, what is my favorite? It has to be Black Lagoon. I don't know what it is about Black Lagoon. Maybe it's just I kind of understand where a lot of those people are coming from in some weird, macabre way. But Black Lagoon would have to be one of my favorite next to Tenchi Muya. I know they're two opposite things, but maybe somewhere in between is something I really love. But yeah, I do love that, and I do love Revi from Black Lagoon. I love Two Hands. She's awesome and crazy. Maybe that's why I date a lot of psycho chicks. Things for thoughts, kids. Next we have EVER Loyal Eagle, and he asked me, what is your opinion about Yu-Gi-Oh! Video games, and which one was your favorite, from Dark Duel Stories to World Champion from Duel Stories Terminal? So what was my favorite? I have to say the old Duelist of the Roses was really good. I got to play that on my friend's, I think it was PlayStation 2 way back in the day, where it was a GameCube, I forget. That was really good. I really like that. But I love just the original ones, like Battle City. The ones that used to play on the Game Boy, that was really good. The World Championship ones, like the 5Ds one, 2009 5Ds, because you could build your decks on there. I just wish they updated them, because they were so really good. They had a little story. You got to walk around. It was okay, but it was really... I wish they would do something like that. Like, I wish what they would do is they would literally have like something, like they have a story built around it. It doesn't be like a cheap story. I don't care if it's cheesy, but like kind of like a Sims game simulator for Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can customize your own player online, walk around and duel people in like a Battle City type of scenario. You can duel people from 5Ds, whatever. That would be really nice if they came up with something with that. But yeah, I like the original like World Championship games. That was my favorite growing up. Do you think the Dark Magician will have a chance to become meta in the future? No, I don't, sadly. Dark Magician Girl, maybe, with Dark Magician. I've been trying out that, what's that card that just came out of the Legendary Decks 2? It's a quick play spell. That card, holy Moses, that card's really good. If you combine that with, you run Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician in the deck, and you use it with the trap card that lets you summon your Dark Magician from hand and a Dark Magician Girl from deck. You can just go like, okay, activate this, summon Dark Magician, special Dark Magician Girl. Oh, you have a whole bunch of cards in the field. Activate this quick play spell card. There goes your field. It's really fun. Probably around Christmas time I'll do a deck profile of that deck. Dark Magician Girl deck, an update of that for the new year. So it will be really fun. I've been testing that out just today and yesterday, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm probably going to test it against some friends in real life because it's really fun. But no, I don't think it's going to have a chance to be meta. With ABCs and everything else out there, it'll be a good tier 2 deck. It'll be a solid deck. I mean, it'll be a good deck, but it won't be something that'll be topping a YCS, I don't think, anytime soon. What do you think the next game mechanic and series could be about? I mean, the fact that they literally did something on XYZs, fusions, synchros, pendulums, like different areas, I can't see how much better it can get than Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, or Arc V, whatever you want to call it. It's really good. What the new mechanic may be, I think it may have to revolve around something as a boss monster in the deck. Konami's been showing us forever that they've rehashed things like synchros and XYZs were just different versions, were pretty much the same thing. Pendulums will like spew a whole bunch of cards in the field, but they learned very quickly that you can't make them too broken, otherwise your game runs amok. So I don't know, maybe they'll learn from that lesson. Maybe they'll probably make a new mechanic that's based on like boss monsters or traps. I think one thing they need to really do is make a new type of trap card. Maybe trap cards that are monsters related, something, because spells are powerful, monsters are powerful, extra deck is powerful, traps are waning. People don't run traps anymore, and if they revisited traps, I think you would be really good. I think it would be a good thing to revisit and make something, upgrade the traps to make them better so people will play more traps. Yes, people hate traps, but yes, we have Twin Twister and stuff. Do you live in Virginia? Yes, I live in Virginia. I live in Northern Virginia, by the way. Hey Seto, my name is Ket. My name is Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. I have 2 questions for you. What is your all-time favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards? Blue Eyes White Dragon. What is your favorite video to watch? What's my favorite video to watch? My favorite card? I mean, I love Blue Eyes White Dragon, don't get me wrong. I love Blue Eyes White Dragon. I just want to see a card where Dark Magician Girl rides a Blue Eyes White Ultimate Dragon. Now that is my definition of sexy. A blonde girl riding a dragon. Yeah. No jokes. Dirty minds out there, I know you. Favorite movie? I mean, I love, my favorite series was the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pharaoh Memories saga with Ancient Egypt. I love that. That's still my favorite. Sometimes when I watch your stream, you do play Digimon music. My question is, have you ever checked out Digimon in Japanese? I saw the new Digimon stuff that came out with. It was pretty interesting, like a year ago. I think they came out with that in Japan. And Digimon, growing up, Digimon I really loved. I loved the original series. I loved the 2nd generation. 3rd generation when I kind of lost track. I loved it when they were like fusion together. I've always kind of thought Digimon was actually under the line, pretty dang good. And the Digimon games growing up, like for the DS and everything, were actually better than all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games combined. I put them on the level as Pokemon good, actually, if you ever played them back in the day. They were pretty dang good. As a show, I think it's better than Yu-Gi-Oh! Sadly. Overall, if you look at the full thing, as a and all the things of that nature. Next we have, do you like pendulum-based decks, etc., etc.? I'm okay with pendulum-based decks. I mean, I run Magician still. I haven't updated the deck just because it's gotten kind of neutered. I do play also Dino Mist a little bit. Not that much right now, but I did play that a lot early on in the summer. Probably will be playing again with Spinosaurus and everything. That's mainly the deck I play. I mean, I'm okay with it, but the thing is, there's just not a lot of pendulum decks out there that I really play. It's not because I dislike the mechanic. It's not that I think it's overpowered, even though I feel like it is a little bit. But there's just, when I look at the pendulum decks, I'm like, do I like you? Do I like your archetype? Do I like what you stand for? No, I don't like you. Next. So if it's a pendulum archetype that appeals to me, I play it. If it's not, Next. That's all there is to it. Do you think Gladiator Beast will make an impact this format? Also, do you think do an profile on your updated Gladiator Beast deck? Well, that Gladiator Beast, I haven't ever profiled Gladiator Beast. My friend Will used to do Gladiator deck Beast profiles on this channel. However, he sold that deck a long time ago when Bestiary went back to 3. Because that was the ultimate time to sell your Gladiator Beast deck because everything went up in price. Now, I don't think they're going to make an impact this format. If they ever get the anime cards they recently showed, maybe they'll be a little bit better. But will they be tier 1? I don't know. I know a couple friends at Logos that do have like Gladiator Beast decks they play once in a while, so maybe I can get a deck profile from them, but I don't personally play the deck. I hate that deck technically. I mean, it's not powerful now, but back in the day, I hated it. Hated it. Hated it. Hated that deck. What 2 decks would you like to see get new support? And my other question is, what do you think the next Yu-Gi-Oh anime should be about? So plot-wise. Well, I think they did a great job in Arc 5. I think what they should do if they made a new Yu-Gi-Oh show. I mean, what is Yu-Gi-Oh called? It's called Yu-Gi-Oh, based off Yu-Gi-Moto. I want to see them go back to the original anime. Or go back to the GX timeline at the end of GX. So what I mean is like you have maybe something involving Jaden and Yugi, because that technically was part of the same timeline. So that would be really interesting to see that evolve. You know, like maybe 5, 6, 10 years after, you know, the end of GX, and you get Yugi, and we're following Yu-Gi-Oh becoming like a pro duelist, because we know in 5Ds and everything that Yugi became a pro duelist. And I mean, so I would love to see his career in the future, see what happens, see how the Joey evolved and everything of that nature. So I think that would be really cool plot-wise. Maybe he has to call upon the Pharaoh for help. Maybe he has to fight evil on his own now, without the help of the Pharaoh, like he's going to be doing in the movie. But then again, you look at that and you're like, wait, that's the movie that they're just making. So, beside that, I think I would like to see them revisit the old animes or reboot them somewhat. I mean, they did a great job in Arc 5, but I want to kind of go back for my nostalgia reasons. But yeah, lost track where I was at. What 2 decks will I see new support for? Also, I would say mainly Amazons, which I know they got some support in the show, but I want to see like more Amazon support just in general. Battle and Boxers. I like my warrior archetypes, don't hate me. Do you speak Spanish or just know the first numbers? Sala Dios no Mexican. I speak a little bit of Spanish. Not that much. I did take a couple of Spanish classes in high school, but I didn't learn that much. I just learned basic phrases and whatnot from playing football with my buddies and everything, like hace frío means cold, le parte en los pantalones means there's a party in my pants, things of that nature. Le parte en le... That's what my Spanish teacher said the first day he ever walked in the class. He's like, oh, le parte en los pantalones. And everybody just was like, what the heck is he saying? And he's like, dude, I'm having a party in my pants. And this is like, we were 15, like 17 years old, and we're just cracking up laughing at our teacher. Why do you think some archetypes type while others have so much hype and just fluster out? Player preference and OCG influence. That's what I think there. And Konami has favorites, archetypes they like to support. And if it's an anime archetype, it doesn't always succeed. Have you ever considered doing fan hangout events with subscribers? I would do that, but I don't think I have enough subscribers yet. If I had like 10,000 when I reach that, probably sometime next year, early next year, that's what it says, I should reach 10,000 subscribers. Who knows? Usually in January, I want to upload a lot of like deck profiles, and then when January comes around, I get a lot of subscribers. So sometime maybe in that time frame. Right now, not right now, because I'm busy with a lot of other things. Besides Blue Eyes White Dragon, what is your favorite deck or archetype? Besides Blue Eyes White Dragon, Gravekeepers and 6 Samurais for life. GKs for life, Holmes. Hey Seto, what card is the most special for you and why? And how do you think how long do you think you can continue playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, I'll play this game until I get bored of it, which hasn't been lately. I mean, I'll say one thing. The channel has kept me going. I think I would have quit Yu-Gi-Oh! A long time ago. Maybe back like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, if I didn't have this channel. But I love doing it, and it's fun to do. And they'll always come out with new things that just bring me on back into the game. I have friends that play, so I know I always can play with them. So, I don't know. Maybe 5, 6, 7 more years. I don't know. When I have a kid, maybe then. But me and if I do marry my girlfriend currently, probably won't be having kids till we're like 30 or mid 30s, so early 30s, something like that. So I'm 26 now, probably for at least 5 more years, I can say. But it depends how successful the channel is. I mean, I love this channel, so that's the reason why I'm sticking around. Star Joker, my man, he's asking, question 1, what country or city would you like to travel to that you have not been before? And question 2, what do you like, music or video games? What are your favorite bands or retro games? Ooh, good question. Favorite country and city I would always visit? Rome, Tokyo, because just Tokyo just seems like an awesome place. Countries, literally regions, like I want to visit Asia, like Japan and China, especially Japan. Europe, I really want to visit, because the fact of the matter is I've just studied European history. I've always wanted to visit like the pyramids, the 7 great wonders of the ancient world, the old ancient wonders of the great world, like the pyramids, the Parthenon in Athens, just old things like that. And I've always wanted to visit China and Japan because I love Bushido, I love the samurais, I love just the culture of Japan. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm dating a girl that's from Asia, even though she's Vietnamese. But yes. As for bands and video games, well, when I was a kid, I played football. So up until probably my senior year of high school, all the way up until like my freshman year of college, I played Madden. I played sports games, especially football. I had my own team, had all my buddies I created, and they would come to my house and would just practice our plays online during the winter time for the next year. But that way we could memorize our playbooks on Madden. But other games I played was Call of Duty, Medal of Honor. I'm not talking about new Call of Duty. I'm talking about like the original Call of Duties that were based on the World War II games. And Medal of Honor based on World War II. World War II based games I've always loved playing. That's mainly where my, be it flying games, war games, I've really loved, but mainly it involved the early PlayStation 3 years and PlayStation 2 games. After PlayStation 3 came out, I got it. My game broke after like a year and a half, 2 years of playing PlayStation 3. And after that, I stopped playing video games really, and just played Yu-Gi-Oh! As for music, I'm old school. Blink-182, Linkin Park, Fall Out Boys, Green Day, Avril Lavigne, and I actually love country music as well, American country music. I don't know why, but I grew up on that. I love it, and hands down, I love old classic rock and roll, Led Zeppelin, the Eagles. I love the Eagles. Just all those old classic rock things from like the 60s, 70s, and 80s of classic rock. I love that stuff as well. We only got a little bit of time left, so I'm going to do one more question, guys, and then I'm probably going to do, let's choose one more question here. Have you topped at a non-local event like Regionals YCS, and how much would it work? Would Chuck could? I've topped at Regionals a couple times. I've helped other friends of mine top. It's been years. It hasn't been since Dino Rabbit format. I've been too busy ever since then. And when my dad died, I kind of haven't been able to practice playing a lot. So I haven't been, play testing like I used to. So I haven't really been to a regionals in like a year or two because I've been just so damn busy. And lastly, last question here, guys. What kind of cards do you think Konami could come up with to make Buster Blader better? just any good cards. But that's all the questions I have, guys. I'm sorry. But till next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody's question. But take care, everybody.